Okay, this Explain Everything is about 6.7 drawing angles. I'm going to keep it pretty basic because the videos that are already on the website, if you've seen all three of them, they go along with your work, so they'll really help you. This one is about drawing angles. So we're going to start out with understanding what some of the words mean when they talk about turns. Okay? So let's take, for example, a clock. If this is a clock, we know that 12's at the top, 1, 2, and 3. Okay? Now, a regular clock turn would go to the side where it goes 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Okay? If it turns to the right, we would say it's a right turn, and that's normal. It's turning to the right. It's going from 1 to 2. That's what we would also call clockwise, a clockwise turn. Okay? If, for example, we have a clock here, and 12 is here, and 11 is here, 10, 9, and the hand of the clock starts going this way to the left, we'd call it a left turn. But that's not normal. So we call that counterclockwise. Counterclockwise. Let's take, for example, again, the clock. Okay? We have the center, which I don't have straws to show you, so you're going to have to use your imagination. But if the straw was bent right there, and let's say that this side is the one that's going to move, okay? We're going to take it and we're going to turn it a full turn around. You would see that line go all the way back up there. That's what you would call a full turn. Okay, all the way. Now imagine that the straw is here, and here's where the straw folds at the vertice. If I asked you to do a half turn, the half turn would go just to here. That's what we would say is a half turn. Halfway around the clock. Now if this is my straw and here's my vertice, and I want to go 1/4 around the clock or a quarter of the clock, then our line would go, if we're going clockwise, just to 1/4 of the clock. Now if we take away the whole clock idea, your angle looks like this. Remember, a full, all the way full turn all the way around would go all the way back up. A half turn, if it's starting here, would go to here. Well, a fourth or quarter turn that starts here is only going 1/4 of the circle, or 1/4 of the way around. Now to add to this, we're going to look at if it were up here and I said do a 3/4 turn or a 3/4 turn. That's 1/4 to there, but we're not going to stop there. That's halfway. 3/4 would be to here. So your angle is actually flipped from this one to this one. This is just 1/4 there. Here is 3/4. 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 is 3/4 around. Now to look at something different, if I were to say, look at this. This is not even a full 1/4 turn, because a full 1/4 turn would go to make a right angle. That, we would say, is less than 1/4 turn. Okay? It's less than 1/4 right turn. Something that might confuse you with the home link is that you see north, east, south, and west. Now it's not giving you a clock to draw clockwise angles or counterclockwise angles. Remember we talked about never eat soggy waffles. Well, it places you in the middle. Okay? Now, if you're standing there in the middle, it tells you the very first thing would say face north. So this is you. Your eyes are facing north. So it's kind of like a clock, but it's giving you a different example. Instead of a clock, it's giving you direction. Okay? So if it said to do a half turn counterclockwise, which way would I go? Counterclockwise. Would I turn this way? Or would I turn this way? It's asking counterclockwise. If you said this way, you are correct. Now remember, it gives you an example to face north, and it says do 1/2 turn counterclockwise. So we're turning to our left now. As we turn left, a half turn is going to be halfway around the clock. Okay, so this would be the other side. On the circle it says mark the direction you are facing with the letter A. So on the circle on your home link, you would put a little dot on the bottom that says A. That one is done for you. Okay? Number 1, again, starts you facing north. Do a 4th turn clockwise. First you have to decide, am I going to turn to the right or am I going to turn to the left? It says clockwise. So how does a clock usually turn? If you said to the right, you're correct. Now you have to decide how much is 1/4 of a turn. If I walk along here and I stop here, right from there to here, is that 1/4? Nope, that's too far. Okay, 1/4 would be 1/4 of the circle. Let's say there's 4 pieces in the circle. 1/4 would stop you right here. So your next dot would be right here. And you would put a letter. It says mark the direction you are facing with the letter B. Okay? Continue to follow the directions. How it tells you to start. Not all of the directions will tell you start facing north. If it tells you to start facing east, this is the east side, your face is that way. This would be an example if it tells you, like number 3, face east. That's how you're starting. And then it tells you do 1/4 turn counterclockwise. From this line that you see here facing east, you're going to do a 1/4 counterclockwise turn. So from here, you think, if I go this way, is that how a clock goes? Or do I go this way? Number 3 is counterclockwise, so think about where you would go. Remember, the objective of this work is just to make the angles so we understand how to turn.